Hey, what's up, guys? Good morning. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School, and I'm not going to be live for too long, but I'm here with my brother Lawrence.
Hey everybody.
And we are here in Atlanta. We're doing the Traffic Sales and Profit Conference with Lamar Tyler, and also on Friday I'm doing an event with Andre C. Hatchett. You can go to drboyceatlanta.com if you'd like to join us. It's going to be a private event. That's drboyceatlanta.com. But anyway, so this coronavirus. Well, I think that the one thing that people have asked me about, it's been up and down my timeline, so I thought I would chime in and give you guys a perspective that I'm having on this. Of course, there's the financial perspective, right? There's the stock market. The president's job is pretty much to calm fears, and to let everybody know it's going to be okay. I don't know if his speech last night achieved that goal. I think that his banning travel from Europe was a big shock to a lot of people because typically you don't see white people banning other white people in that way. It's very interesting to see that. I don't really personally care a whole lot. I personally am glad that the United States does not have as many infections as other parts of the world. However, my greatest conclusion is that when you look at what's going on, when you look at the president's reaction, when you look at the government and the National Guard quarantining an entire city, New Rochelle, because of a few infections, when you see everything being canceled, the NBA canceled its entire season, things like that, it tells you that they're probably not telling you everything. It reminds me of how they study dark energy in the galaxy, in the solar system. Dark energy actually constitutes about 80% of the total energy in the universe. 80-90%. It's some high number, but they can never find it. They can never detect dark energy anywhere. They don't have any instruments to do that. But how do they know that dark energy exists? Well, they know that it exists because they see physical bodies reacting to this dark energy. So the fact that the things that they see are reacting to things they don't see tells them that what they don't see is actually real. It's like if you walk in a building and you see everybody is running out of the building, you start running too. Not because you really know what's going on, but because you see people reacting to something that you don't see. So what I see when I see the NBA canceling its entire season, or suspending a season, rather. The NCAA, is going to play all games without crowds and probably cancel the NCAA tournament. When I see, them quarantining entire cities, when I see the Chinese government going out of its way to block anybody from even talking about what's happening with the virus, that tells me that there's something there that they're not telling you. There's something there that is not, being revealed. There's something there that the public does not know about. And the reason they're not telling the public is because they don't want the public to panic. Because you are the strongest force on earth. And so if the public all starts freaking out, then, it's something that they really can't control. So what they can control is information and the way the information is rolled out to the public. So, I really watch what the insiders are doing. This is actually an investing principle. There's a whole, there's probably thousands of research papers written on how investors, in order to really understand what's going on with a company, they watch how the CEO is moving. They watch how the managers move, the insiders move. So if all the insiders start selling their stock, then the stock price will go down because people will say, oh, well, the insiders are selling their stock. I'm going to sell my stock too. Well, when I see all the insiders acting like overreacting to the virus, it tells me that there's something about this virus that has not been fully revealed. So actually, I will say as of yesterday, watching the Trump press conference, seeing all the different reactions, sort of watching the way insiders move, my opinion on the virus has shifted in the sense that I'm canceling some stuff. I was going to do an event in Chicago next month, and now I'm not going to do the event because I don't know. I feel like there's just too many weird unknowns right now. So I'm not going to do that event. We're going to cancel our family trip to Florida most likely next month. I know that the speech I was going to give in Hanover, Maryland, has been postponed to June 14th. The URL for Hanover, Maryland is springintowealth.com. That's the that's the organization's website, springintowealth.com. And so I'm going to kind of go home and kick it. I'm just going to go home, chill out. Seriously, I mean, it's great. It's actually kind of like I work from home, right? And so you know, so this is the best time to be a fucking hermit.
Yeah.
You know, like so I'm gonna go straight back into hermit mode, stay home with me and my family, and do, you know, just kind of do what I normally do every day. So I'll still be connected to you, because, you know, we can't make each other sick through the internet. So maybe mentally ill, but not physically. So I still look at the actual numbers in terms of, you know, how many people are infected, what the mortality rate is, and that picture is actually becoming clearer. What I'm seeing is that not many people are infected in the United States. Did they say, what was it, like a little over 1,000 infections or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, like over 1,000, which is really not.
37 deaths, I think, or something.
Yeah, like 37 deaths. I mean, you can get more deaths in the city of Chicago on a Friday night. Damn, it seems like, you know, maybe not in one night, but in a week or two. You know, especially when they had that Sinaloa cartel. Do you see that where they said the Sinaloa cartel with El Chapo, that they were responsible for a lot of the deaths that were happening in Chicago?
Oh, really?
A lot of the black dudes getting killed in the hood, they were getting killed, you know, for business related to that cartel. That's why I'm not a fan. That's why I don't believe in letting people just come across the border, you know, without properly checking everybody. Because I believe a lot of those, you know, narcos or drug types would bring their shit over illegally, and then it ends up fucking up our community. So I'm not a fan of like wide open borders. You know, that Democratic Party bullshit doesn't work for me. If somebody says my sound is muffled. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Are you able to hear me now? Am I better? I don't know what happened. I don't know how we got my Bluetooth turned on. Are you guys able to hear me okay? Okay. All right, I hope it wasn't like that the entire time. I apologize if it was. It changed, right? It just sort of went out for a minute, right? And then came back. Is that what happened? Okay. Yeah. So anyway, so as far as the stock market goes, I'll give you guys kind of my take on that. All right. So the stock market is in free fall, pretty much. It's going to drop again today. Right now it's morning. What's it, 8 something? I don't think the markets have opened. Is it? It's not 9.
8:48.
8:48. Okay, yeah, markets haven't opened yet, but you're going to see. You connect. Let me try that. You would think Atlanta would have good Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
What the hell, man? Are we supposed to be 5G by now?
Only in China.
Well, but you know, people are you know, the conspiracy theorists are connecting 5G with the coronavirus. Really? Yeah. I mean, the conspiracies like end up being all over the place.
Huawei did it all.
What you say?
Huawei did it all.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. They're gonna kill all their damn customers. What the fuck, man? Yeah. So, but yeah. So the stock market is gonna be in free fall again today. It's gonna probably drop by another 1,000 points today or more. You're already in bear market territory. Bear market territory is 20% off the previous high. You're going to be in bear market territory for a while. The average bear market over the last 10 bear markets, the average lasted about 14 and a half months. It usually takes about 24 months for the market to hit its previous high again. So you're in for a long dip. But there are people that make money, you know, when you're coming out of the dip. And so I'm not so much into necessarily investing just for the growth in my wealth, but also just to own assets. I like to own pieces of companies. So I've been buying stock consistently, and I'll keep buying. It doesn't matter. It could drop down to zero, and I'm keep on buying. And so basically that's what my strategy is. Now, in terms of specific stocks that I am buying, I'm aiming for certain, quality companies, quality blue chip companies in the energy sector. In my stock market program, I actually have a section now for you guys that are in the program at the bottom of your curriculums section that says what Dr. Boyce is buying. And so what I'm going to do is each day I'll do a little video basically telling you what I'm buying if I buy that day. If I don't buy anything that day, then I won't make a video. But on the days where I go in and I buy, because I'm doing research and I'm registered and I pay money to be part of certain groups to see what analysts are saying, because they don't give the information away just for free. You got to invest in that. So in order to find out what the analysts are doing in these groups, I've been doing research on that. So what I'll do is I'll share a lot of what I'm seeing and what I've chosen to do based on what's happening in the market. So if you haven't joined my stock market program, feel free. It's theblackstockmarketprogram.com, THE, theblackstockmarketprogram.com. The first month costs you $1, so you could try it out. Are you in pharma related to the virus? Yeah, Gilead Sciences, that made a lot of money. Gary Owens, I haven't heard of any blacks having it. Well, the Utah Jazz player, isn't he black?
Yeah, well, yeah, he's black European, so yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. Good time to buy as things drop, because rising up is what all these stocks will do. Well, that's what's happened historically. So if history repeats itself, then yeah, buying is going to be a great thing. But sometimes history doesn't repeat itself. Sometimes it does. It's hard to know. Lori, I work at the University of Delaware. A professor just came back from Europe with the virus. I'm calling off. Do I get some of Trump's stimulus he proposed? Wow. I don't have much to say to that. That's just an interesting statement. INO was killing it until a false press release. Oh, interesting. Let's see here. Well, Bernie isn't in office, and a proactive effort done by Trump would have been the best approach. Yeah, Trump is not getting a good score on his handling of the virus at this point. I mean, Republicans are, the strength typically that Republicans have is because Republicans can be such insensitive bastards. They tend to be the party that the public likes to rely on when you're in a national crisis, because they support military and security, things like that. And I don't think Trump is providing a lot of security. He's making the country feel very insecure right now and very divided, and which is going to increase the chance of chaos. So I would argue, if we were going to have a Republican sort of handling this, I would rather be somebody like a Colin Powell, somebody who's smart, or even a John McCain, because John McCain was a guy that really, Republican or not, he seemed to really care about the country and care about people. And then also in terms of Democrats, I wouldn't want a Barack Obama, because I think Barack was a little bit of a wimp sometimes, and he was a little too open in certain areas. I feel like he would not have been enough, but he would have been, but the good side of an Obama is that he's a thinker, so he would have considered all the implications of every decision. I feel like a Hillary Clinton would be the kind of person who has enough experience to remain consistent and stable in terms of deciding what to do and how to respond. So if you want my assessment, that's my assessment. I feel like the best person to handle something like this would have been like a Hillary Clinton type president. A Bernie Sanders, and I don't know, I'm not a socialist, I'm not into that stuff. That doesn't interest me. So I don't know. I don't think a Bernie Sanders would have been a good person to handle this. Bernie Sanders needed to keep his ass at home, because they wanted all the senior citizens about the. Seriously, did you know the mortality rate for the coronavirus is 2.3%, but for senior citizens it's 15%.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So shit, Bernie and Biden got to stay home.
Yeah, so does Clinton though in that case.
Well, yes, that's a good point. Good point. Touche.
Yeah.
All right, well, I gotta go, guys. Have a good day. Hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up button, share and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.